Some Prisma families want to go on the learning journey together, and those families might choose the parent coach program. So it's a parent led coaching track where instead of having a Prisma mentor coach, you as the parent take on the coaching role for your child. This is a program that's available for 4th through 8th grade only, and it does prepare all learners for high school, including at Prisma High School or elsewhere. You get all the same innovative, project based, accredited curriculum. Your child is still part of a tight knit cohort of peers. They attend live workshops led by Prisma coaches, and they get access to all the optional fun stuff at Prisma, like clubs and enrichments and meetups and learner endeavors. The difference is in the asynchronous and personalized aspects of their Prisma experience. When considering whether that parent led coaching track is right for you, you want to think about, do you want to be your child's coach, right? So it's helpful to understand what that role looks like and what you'd be actually doing for your child day to day. So, if your child has a Prisma mentor coach, that expert educator is partnering with your child one on one. They're giving them personalized academic feedback. They are helping them to connect each theme and project to their unique interests. They're mapping it to the skills growth that your child needs. They're differentiating the curriculum to match the level of challenge that your child needs. If you're your child's coach, you're taking on all of that personalization of their learning with them. You're also making sure that your child's work meets academic benchmarks and that they are mastering the content, the competencies, and skills in a way that will allow them to stay on track academically and earn all of their badges, which have competencies aligned guides for each theme. So if you select parent coach, a Prisma coach doesn't have access to your child's work. They aren't reviewing that. You really are the owner of your child's academics and their learning experience. So you are determining, are they on track? Are they ready to move on? Have they mastered this? And are there any skills gaps? We provide you with a comprehensive set of resources for every 6 week learning cycle. So for each theme, you have access to everything you will need to know, which I'll dive into more in a second, to support your child, to guide them. And it is a very proactive role that you're taking on with them each day. Perhaps you're an experienced homeschooling parent, or you're an educator yourself, or you simply have the interest and the will to learn what's needed to support your child. Being your child's parent coach can be incredibly joyful. It can create so many beautiful memories and connection and be incredibly meaningful to both you and your child. It does also ask of your time each day. So you'd be dedicating maybe 30 minutes or an hour each day in providing asynchronous feedback. We want that to be durable. So typically it's written feedback or maybe voice memos or notes, things that you can document where you're tracking your child's progress. And you'd also want to have regularly scheduled one on ones with them. Now, these can be flexible. It can be in a park, it can be while you're traveling, right? But it is consistent. So you want to make sure that you have the time capacity to invest as well as the enthusiasm. So this might all sound great up till now. And then, like some parents, you go, oh, but what about math? It's totally fine if you want to take on that coaching role for your child, but you want a Prisma educator, so a math specialist teacher, to be your child's math coach. So you have two options. If you choose the parent coach program at Prisma, one option is that you take on the math coaching as well. So it's like the standard parent coach track. The other option is that you do a bit of a hybrid where a Prisma math coach coaches your child in math, and that would be the coach who leads their live math workshop. Maybe your child is accelerated in math. Maybe they're going to 6th grade and they're ready for algebra, and that's wonderful. We have pathways for that. But maybe you don't feel confident to support your child's growth in the way that they need to really challenge them. Or maybe your child has historically struggled with math and their math mindset could use some work, and you want a really supportive educator who knows how to catch gaps in math and provide accommodations. And maybe you want your child to have access to something called math boosts, which are these helpful interventions around specific math topics. That's something that you access if you have math coaching at Prisma, but you don't access otherwise because it's an intervention for math coaching specifically. So, depending upon your child's needs, you might want that math coach at Prisma, and there's a path for that. Here's the way those two options differ. So, in either option, it is the parent coach program at Prisma, and it's just, do you add Prisma math coaching or are you your child's math coach too? So, if you choose to coach your child in math, You would be responsible for their pacing and progress in that adaptive mastery based math learning program that they're working in. And when they finish a unit, let's say they reach mastery, then they will get a Prisma piece of curriculum that's a real world math challenge that connects to their learning. It applies it to the real world so they can see how is this meaningful? How is this actually utilized? And then it has a twofold benefit of giving you insight into your child's thinking processes for how they solved that. So you can catch any gaps in thinking and provide coaching and feedback. If you choose to have a Prisma math coach, the Prisma math coach will take all of that on, including personalization and support and goal setting. Or you can take that on being your child's math coach too. There are several reasons why you might choose, even midway through the year, to switch from one program to the other. But the ones I most often see are if you started with a Prisma mentor coach and then you want to change to the parent coach, it's usually because you finally saw behind the scenes and you love it. So you're like, I love connecting with my kid around their learning. Like, I love partnering with them on their projects. We're having so much fun together and it's so joyful, and I want to be in it more. Then you might switch to the parent coach role. When I see families change from the parent coach program to the Prisma mentor coach route, where you have that Prisma educator as your child's coach, the variety of reasons I would say is broader. So it might be that your child needs more support than you were expecting. Maybe they were going to physical school each day and you didn't know how much that teacher was redirecting or supporting them or offering customized scaffolding, for example. Or maybe you don't have the time available that you did previously. Something changed in your life and you want your child to have more dedicated time for academic feedback, goal setting, all the things that I mentioned before. Often, though, what I see is that once a child joins Prisma and they start going to their live workshops, parents will see how amazing the Prisma coaches are, just like vibrant, joyful, caring, invested, exceptionally skilled human beings that just love on kids and mentor them to grow in such beautiful, compelling ways. And the parents like, I want my kid to have more of a relationship with an adult like that. I want them to be invested in more richly one on one. And then the parent might choose a change because of that too. So lots of reasons, but just know if you start with one version of Prisma and you do want to change, it's typically available to you on a space available basis. So you might find that a best fit cohort for switching to parent coach, maybe there's not a spot right now, right? So we do, okay, let's do a little wait list until a spot opens up in that best fit cohort, even while you're in Prisma, or vice versa. I hope I haven't intimidated you at this point with all the responsibilities and the role of the parent coach. I really just want you to have a clear view into what your day to day would be like and exactly how you would be supporting your child if you choose to be their parent coach. And now I want to dive into all the support that's there for you. Before the start of each new learning cycle at Prisma, so when there's that new Prisma interdisciplinary theme, you're going to get everything you need to know to coach your child. So there's a curriculum guide, there's a live event that dives into the curriculum that's also recorded, and there's time for parent coach Q&A. There's a parent circle where you can meet with other parent coaches live, and there's a Prisma coach there to support you and answer questions. There's one-on-one office hours that you can book optionally during any learning cycle if you have questions or want additional support or just want to vent even or ask for help. Um, and then there are badge rubrics to understand the academic competencies and skills to earn the badge. You can understand distinction options. So that's how you can level up the learning and earn your badges with distinctions so that it's more challenging. All of that is built out for you. Book list, expo day resources, literally everything you need is available. So please don't be intimidated that you wouldn't feel resourced or equipped. There's also a comprehensive onboarding course and parent coach training when you first start Prisma. You do want to dedicate maybe 2 to 3 hours to that entire experience, and that's accessible to you all year long. So if you want to go back and reference anything or refresh, you can. So, again, regardless of which program you choose, parent coach or giving your child that Prisma mentor coach, your child's part of that tight knit cohort. They have access to all the optional fun, enriching opportunities at Prisma. They get access to all of that innovative project based accredited curriculum. They receive a transcript, everything in terms of their peer experience is the same, and everything in terms of their academics and curriculum is the same. So, where it really diverges is your role and the coaching. So, are you leading it? Are you owning it? Or are you a parent supporting your child? I would say if your child does have the Prisma Mentor Coach, please also don't think that then you're hands off or that you're not welcome in the experience. I would say if your child has a Prisma Mentor Coach, view it as a partnership. Like they really want to partner with your family to connect all together, including with your child, around shared goals, growth needs, interests, all of that, so that you together are creating the most rich, engaging, fun, personalized experience that's most beneficial for your child. And then if you're taking on the parent coach role, you're owning that with Prisma supporting you.